Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the weekly rundown. Today is Monday, July 10th, 2023. What's going on? It's so nice to be here and share some information with you. Or if you are coming after the fact, meaning catching the recording after the live, thank you. I appreciate you for sliding on in. For those that are coming in as I speak, welcome, welcome, welcome for returning. If you have any questions about who I am, for those newbies out there, check out the description box below. My website is attached, as well as any readings that you may want for your group, for a couples read, for an individual read. Please, and very please check out the links below in the description box. I'd appreciate that thing. I'm gonna wait for a few people to roll on in because I love to say what's happening and what's going on, and happy weekend and happy week and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna do that. By the way, just to let you know, my weekend was awesome, and I want to say thank you to all the beautiful people that sent me a donation or that went out there and gave people some hugs, in which I suggested that you do for my birthday, Earth Day, solar return gift. I'd like to say thank you to all the people that send me DMs and comments and texts and called me on my day, which was this past Friday. I so appreciate it. None of your love goes unwelcomed or seen or felt. I feel it all. I really do. And I'm grateful for your, again, grateful for your love. Thank you for all my friends and my sisters that rolled on out on Friday too. We had a great time. So much so I didn't remember a lot of it. I have to be honest. I just remember a whole lot of laughter, a whole lot of loud shit, hamburgers burning because I forgot that they was on the damn grill. I remember, oh, Nicole coming with some good ass champagne, and Nemo having that good ass banana bread, and Naila with that good ass kale salad, and friends sliding from Oakland, Vaughn setting a sister up. Oh, you so sweet for that. And Hayes coming through, cracking the jokes. I mean, everybody added their own special love and light. Please forgive me. Don't take it personal if I left your name out. These are just things that's on my brain. I was just so grateful and happy, and my face was on stuck the whole night, just smiling. So thank y'all for being there, and thank you for contributing. Much love to Sweet Tea riding on in, and RJ Daniels. What's up, RJ? What's going on to Beverly Dawson? And Danielle is here. I'll be seeing you very shortly. Very shortly. And by the way, I'm going to go out on a limb. Hi, Ty and the chatter. I don't want to miss you. Thank you for being here. Danielle and whoever else is coming on the retreat with us, January, what? July 24th through the 29th. Check my private website group, please and very please. I don't want you to get left at the airport, and I want to make sure that you are accounted for. Please and very please. This is probably the one and only time because I don't like mixing up business. So the deal is that if you're not getting these information, the emails, the notifications on my website, and you do check out my videos, we are looking for you. I need you to go on a discussion board on my website and figure that thing out. All right. All right. I want y'all to go over there so we don't leave y'all at the airport. And if you're confused by anything that I'm saying, always email us at wordlifeastrologybusiness@gmail.com. Okay, wordlifeastrologybusiness@gmail. Just wanted to get that out the way because sometimes, even though technology is useful and necessary, it can be a little too much for some people. And oftentimes messages get crossed, and I'm just being thorough in my own way. So for those that are going to Costa Rica with us, check my website discussion board. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm very good, C Mac. How you good? How are you? I'm good. I'm good. How are you? You good? You good? How are you? Thank you, Mary Hill. I appreciate you. I did. I had an awesome weekend, and my birthday was fabulous. I want to go ahead into this week. Again, if you have any questions, please leave the question here in the comments with a question mark in the front as well as in the back. Hi, Sam Flowers. Much love to you. so I can see the question. Okay, I'd appreciate that. There's a couple of switch ups that's happening this week. Really is a couple of switch ups. Okay, wait, Danielle, what'd you say? Think y'all got all my stuff, but I'll check now. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. And that was definitely not a passive aggressive dig towards you. I wanted to take the opportunity to share that with anybody. I think you are actually caught up, Danielle, but I wanted to make sure I put that out there because, again, I don't want to leave nobody. This Costa Rica stuff. Okay. Anyway, I want to make sure I saw that. Thank you, Jay Walker. I appreciate that. This week is a switch up week on a bunch of different levels. I mentioned that on Instagram. So let's get right into it. Today, the moon is in Aries. You're feeling energetic. By tonight, by 7:55 p.m., it's gonna go into Taurus. Okay. So only today do you have the opportunity to get on this Aries move, on this Aries mood if you need it. Aries moon is always a type of mood in which you can start some things, you can jumpstart some things, you can feel like, you know what, I need to do this for me, become self centered in a healthy type of way, right? I repeat a lot of the things over and over and over and again because it's a lot of the same information. But the moon in Aries can also mean that sometimes if you are not happy, if you are unsatisfied with some things, we can go quick to anger, we can go quick to frustration, quick to react. So I just want to let you know that, don't try your best to think about a thing, count to 10 today because that moon is in Aries and we want to, resolve an issue by activating our anger quicker than quick and pushing people back like the ram that Aries is. You don't have to do that. Just take your time, okay? Summertime, easy, easy, easy. But when it goes into Taurus, you'll feel that calm because the Taurus brings calm energy. The Taurus brings dedicated, reliable, steadfast energy, and also the foodie energy. All right. Remember that. What I really want to talk about before I go into the other aspects is Mars going into Virgo today. Mars going into Virgo today. Beautiful, beautiful thing. For a lot of people, some may not resonate with it too much. Those probably are Geminis or Sagittarius. Why? Because Gemini and Sag both square Virgo energy. Okay. So Mars going into Virgo allows us to execute and to be motivated in a way in which is very, very organized, very perfectionist seeking, very much Mars in Virgo can incite a riot if you are too critical about other things and other people outside of you. I like Mars in Virgo because of the need to execute by a to-do list. I do not like Mars in Virgo when it comes to you, me, anybody becoming upset because we see a problem with people outside of us. Criticism can be activated in a really unhealthy way in that way when Mars goes into Virgo and becomes overly critical about things and people and situations that are around us that are not being done to our liking. And then that sparks anger. Are y'all here with me? I know I feel a little slow today because I am. This weekend took me out. I ain't gonna lie. At 53 years young, I can't party like I used to. And I keep saying it to myself, but I'm gonna have to convince myself sooner or later. So I'm quiet. I don't want y'all to be quiet. Do y'all understand what I mean? Just in case you don't, again, ask a question. Right? It's very, very necessary that you take that into account when Mars goes into Virgo to access the to-do list as opposed to getting pissed off at people because they're not rocking the way you want them to rock in a perfectionist type of state, or you're being overly critical about what people are saying or doing or overthinking a certain thing. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all with me? Thank you, Cicely. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you, El Bell, El Bell, El Bell. I appreciate you. Okay, I want y'all to get that. But again, I like that Virgo energy in Mars if you want to set some things up. Now, I mentioned this on Instagram too. Remember last week when I was talking about this retrograde season that's about to come on now, with Mars being in Virgo and this retrograde season about to slide in. And by the way, Mars stays in Virgo until the end of August. Let me get this right real quick. Mars stays in Virgo until Sonia, Mars stays in Virgo. Yeah, Mars stays in Virgo until August 27th. Mars stays in Virgo until August 27th. All right. So by that time, this is the reason why I'm explaining that. By that time, or mentioning that, we will slide into that weird retrograde season that I was telling y'all about last week. So, with Mars being so hell bent to do some things, execute some things in a Virgoian way, which is really discriminating, really critical on yourself and other people, you may push yourself to do some things, complete some things in a weird, slow down type of way. This is the rectification for that. It I believe that it's best if you can't start things to at least execute a to-do list about the things that you need to start. Does that make sense? Oftentimes, when we execute something Mars style, we think that people are going to respond to our execution. Okay, I'm going to send an email here. I'm going to send this there. I'm going to send that there. You wait for about 20 minutes, and motherfuckers better respond, right? It's not about you, and this is not your world. So the bottom line is that when you write this to-do list, when you spark off things to do, at least say you're going to write the email. At least get the energy out in the ethers. But with retrograde happening and 6 planets being in retrograde in about a month's time from now, or a little over a month, people are not going to respond to your emails like when you want them to. You get what I'm saying? So consider Virgo and Mars energy, the to-do list for the to-do list, the things that you need to execute so things can kick off. Because there's some things I'm sure that you can prepare for as the months and as the weeks go on. You may say to yourself, well, goddamn, I'm tired of preparing for the preparation. Well, yeah, but the thing is, we have to continue to prepare for the preparation because you do know we are all changing our lives in a very, very, very rapid, at a very, very rapid pace. And as we are changing our lives, more things are getting uncovered, right? So the more things we need to change. Does that make sense? And I know that seems like just beating the cow with the same beating a horse, so to speak. It's not a cow, it's a horse. But the bottom line is beating a horse over and over with the same concept. It's really not. Again, because if you are literally, it's like the example of you moving out of your apartment. You moving out of your apartment and cleaning your apartment is two different things. Cleaning your apartment, you can go beside, you don't have to get the corners. But when you move out, you see all the dirt. You see the dirt that's been in the corners for 5 years. You see the wall that you haven't painted in 10 years, and it looks like somebody done smoked on it all night. You understand what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, and coming back to one, is that you don't know nothing until you start to move out of a situation. You don't know how much you have to prepare to be prepared until you start moving residencies and moving out of where you used to be. Then you find more shit to uncover. And you look at your closet and be like, God damn, there's my earring I lost on one drunk night in September of 2009. You understand what I mean? In the back of the closet, that's when you start discovering that you have more to prepare for. I don't want to beat the daggone horse or the cow, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So be easy on yourself is the point. If you get overly critical and things don't pop off with this Mars being in Virgo, things don't pop off how you want to. If you're that type of person, you can find yourself sliding into depression. You can find yourself sliding into, oh my God, nothing is working for me. You can find yourself having a pity party. And although these times are sometimes necessary to check in with yourself and not have a pity party, but recognize what you're doing versus what you're not doing, it's none of your fault if shit doesn't pop off the way you want it to. Because you're finding more and more things to clean out, to change, to discover, to tweak, to alter. Does this make sense? With the head spinning sometimes, Phoenix, goodness gracious. I really wanted to make that known. By the way, Mars goes into, or I should say, is already in Virgo. It went into Virgo at 7:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, I want to make sure y'all get this understanding because it's a lot still to do as you are discovering that you are changing more and more and more and more. It is mind-boggling and head-spinning. Just stay dipping and diving, weaving and wobbling. The fuck is wrong with my throat? I partied too much on Monday. Today, that moon being in Aries, right, will trine Venus in Leo. Reaction in defense of yourself and or the underdog. Be courageous enough to carry the sword. This is a really, really good day to again be the underdog for somebody. Why? The moon is in Aries before it goes into Taurus, right? The moon is in Aries and Venus is in Leo. First of all, those two fire signs for sure, are always going for the underdog. But the moon is about reaction and Venus is about the value of something. So possibly maybe you see the value of fighting for an underdog. So thus, with the moon being in Cancer, Aries, you respond like Aries responds with that fighting underdog energy. I'm going to confront a situation when an underdog or when somebody is not being given their value. Venus and Leo. You get that? An opportunity may come up. Hey, you can fight without screaming. You can confront without losing your job. You can punch somebody without swinging a fist. You can stand up for someone's value and their worth for your money. That's all Venus energy without responding and getting caught in jail and catching a case for 25 to life. That's for real. I'm warning y'all of that. Find another way to respond today and go for the underdog because it's in a favorable position. All you have to do is position yourself to be nice about what it is that you are confronting. Does that make sense? Hopefully that's specific for somebody that needs that. Mercury is in opposition of Pluto that's going retrograde today. Watch what you say. Again, back to what I just said. Watch what you say and that it doesn't take your power away from you. Stay away from the righteous traps, self-righteous traps. Mercury being in Cancer, opposition of, Mercury being in Leo, almost in Leo. It's in Cancer right now. Being in Cancer, opposition that Pluto in Capricorn going reverse, right? Round about the end of Capricorn on the cusp of Aquarius. But the bottom line is that the degrees have made how we speak and our power, Pluto going retrograde in opposition. You don't want to say a thing to take away your power, Mercury. You don't want to think a thing, plan a thing, say a thing, strategize about a thing, hear the wrong thing if it takes away your power, Pluto. If you are re-examining your power, maybe you say to yourself, I'm not going to say a thing because there was a time when I felt powerful about X, Y, and Z. This is today where I felt powerful about X, Y, and Z, but that power is not for me anymore. No longer do I want to fight. No longer do I want to fight for that kind of power. So I don't say a thing. Does that make sense? As we are changing, developing, going into this retrograde motion, already in it, by the way, there's already 3 planets that are retrograde. As we are seeing ourselves come up more and more and more, we recognize with this aspect, Mercury opposition Pluto, we may recognize there are certain things we said that made us feel powerful that doesn't necessarily make us feel powerful now, or vice versa. The things that we should say to keep us in power of ourselves. Help us to transform ourselves. And maybe in the past we didn't say that. Makes sense? So watch it. Watch what you say and how you say it, how you position yourself, especially if you're fighting for the underdogs and you showing some kind of worth and value or you fighting for your money. You dig what I mean? You don't want it to take you off your square, off your power, but you must show up with value, with worth, with understanding, and with a smile. You don't have to fight and chop people's heads off to get your value and worth today. Make sense? Go easy, Irene said. That's right, that's right, that's right. Today, now, again, check this out. What, Sonia? Oh, that makes me laugh. I forgot to write the other aspect. Now, another situation today. The moon will square Pluto and the moon will square Mercury is the real reason why I said what I said. All of that works together. I don't even have to repeat myself, right? If Mercury is opposition Pluto, they're trying to find balance, what I should say in regards to my power and how I want to transform, how I should think about that thing. Well, at the same time, the reaction of Aries moon is contrary, totally challenging to Pluto. So you can react if you don't feel that power. You can react the moon in Aries square Mercury if you don't think you're getting your proper worth or respect, or what you're being said, or what you heard had value and respect on it. You may react differently with that moon in Aries ready to chop somebody's head off. You dig what I'm saying? I already said that. I just wanted to confirm that that's why that shit is really hairy today. Watch your tongue, everybody. Also today, though, by the end of the evening, the moon is gonna sit right nice. When the moon goes into Taurus, it'll sit right and nice with Mars in Virgo. Okay, the moon in Taurus will trine Mars in Virgo. So by tonight, prayerfully, maybe if you hold your tongue, if you manage your reactions today, again based on value and worth and the lack of it, maybe money, all the things I just said, possibly tonight you will understand, oh, okay, let me get practical about a thing. I didn't respond in that way because here's a little bit of a detail. Here's some information that I needed. Here's why I shouldn't have responded, because I actually need to finish off these next couple of weeks working before I ask for that promotion. Here's why I shouldn't respond, because my man was actually at a friend's house and I was about to go for his neck. And I find out tonight that he was somewhere else when I thought he was X, Y, and Z cheating. You understand what I'm saying? Before we react, tonight we'll see the practical reasons around some things in which we could have, should have, maybe have been angry about. It all makes sense by tonight, is the point. Are y'all hearing me? Yes, y'all. To the beat, y'all. I hope so. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the moon will be in Taurus. Again, it's about compassion. It's about loving energy. I love when the moon is in Taurus, by the way. Again, it brings things down and settled, and the reactions are calm and steady. Things are pragmatic and incredibly methodical as we react. It'll take the heat off of today, because today, with the moon being in Aries and all them squares happening on Monday, it's going to be some heat today. Again, watching our tongue, but tomorrow it'll smooth out just a touch. Just a touch. However, some never, Mercury, the planet of communication, will go into Leo until the end of this month. Yep, until July 28th. It'll go into Virgo. Mercury will. Mercury will be in Leo until July 28th of this month. Till July 28th, it'll go into Virgo. So Mercury in Leo is interesting. It's an interesting space because we are hell bent on asking for what we want. Leo energy is very, very courageous and is really, really in your face when it wants to be. It's full of a lot of heart, a lot of again, a lot of courageousness, a lot of will, a lot of fire, of course, a lot of heart, a lot of understanding, a lot of generosity, right? So this is all in regards to how we think and how we strategize situations, with Mercury being in Leo. Leo also has a lot of expectations. So possibly, maybe you will ask for things based on what you expect to receive. And we already had this conversation. Expectations are very, very tricky. Very, 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 very tricky. There are some people that may or may not give you what you expect, to be truthful with you, what you know that you need. However, they are just not the ones to give it to you. That's, at the end of the day, you can't force nobody to do for you the way you can do for you, or way other people can do for you. Maybe they are just not equipped. You did? So don't set yourself in this weird ass trap today, or I should say tomorrow, as Mercury is in Leo for a couple of weeks, to feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna get what I deserve. I need to get this, and blah 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 blah. And if they don't, I'm gonna cut them off. I'm gonna do blah 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 blah, and I'm gonna get into my ego. Mercury, Leo, and ego. It can shut everybody out and shut everybody down, and then you're left by yourself, which is possibly what you want to do. But at the end of the day, we all need people. At the end of the day, we need folks. So watch your tongue, watch how you think, self-centeredly and high expectations, and give from the heart. Always give from the heart, okay? That's how we thinking, that's how we giving. Mercury in Leo. I Oh, and again, on some positive shit though, with a lot of love, ask for what you want. I think I said that, but I put a little mention here. Ask for the bold asks, like for the things in which you need to take risks on. Like I need to ask for that promotion, or I need to say, can I borrow this $100,000? Can I borrow this $1,000? Can I borrow this $20? Can I ask for your help? Mercury and Leo do. Leo energy does not like to ask for help, period. I know about it oh too well because I have a lot of Leo energy in me, right? But when the Mercury is in Leo for the entire freaking planet, people gonna think, they're gonna feel like I could do this, I could do this, I could do this all by myself. Ask for help. Ask for the bold asks. Ask for what you need in order to take a risk to get further. You get what I'm saying? The hard asks is now the time to ask for it, with Mercury being in Leo. Okay, just wanted to get that out the way. The moon being in Taurus will sextile Saturn, going retrograde in Pisces. Recall what you've learned today, hopefully about something that you got over. Okay, so the bottom line is on Tuesday, possibly maybe some old things will come up and what you need to learn, what you were afraid of, your boundaries and your restrictions. Because the moon is in a direct harmony with those lessons that are coming up, sit back and be proud of it, is the point. How we react, how we respond shapes our day, shapes our lives, shapes our perspective. You dig what I'm saying? So tomorrow, if old things come up, take a L and go, ooh, I didn't know about that. Okay, I learned from that. If hard lessons, if things come up, if fears come up, if your father's situation comes up and you say, this is what I need to learn about dude, or this is what I got from dude, again, smile upon it. Understand that this is what you're supposed to get. Understand this is what you're supposed to do. These are the fears that you're supposed to face nowadays. You understand? As we are what? Continuously cleaning out. Saturn is going retrograde. It's gonna clean it out. It's coming all out, remember? Because we are looking in them corners. Again, when the apartment is clear and you see where you didn't clean before. All right. So be happy in that on Tuesday. Also, if you do that, the moon is conjuncting Jupiter. So if that moon is sextile in Saturn to get all the lessons, the blessings, the fear, all the shit, the daddy issues to come up, that moon is saying, yo, I'm hitting Jupiter too. So as you do that, you're going to get the lessons. I mean, as you do that, you're going to get the blessings. As you do that, you can get the opportunities. If you say to yourself, let me call my dad just to see what happened in 1995 when he was supposed to come pick me up or whatever. It's a fear. It's a lesson that you have to address as you pick up the phone to call him, right? However, some never, here comes Jupiter saying, I will give you the blessing of understanding, dude. I will give you the blessing of loving him more, of seeing how far he came. If you go through that little bit of a hurdle, if that you go through that little bit of a fear, you'll love dude a little bit more. You'll get some reasons and some understandings why he did what he did. Again, y'all get that? Make sense? I saw the little hearts coming up, so I hope y'all listening. Okay, that's tomorrow. On Wednesday, the moon is staying steady in Taurus and it will sextile the sun, always like that. When the sun and the moon come together, is always a good sunshiny kind of feel. The sun is taking on what needs to be expressed through the moon. So if the sun is Cancer, it's about emotion, it's about family, it's about history, it's about food, it's about good feels, right? That is the vibration. The moon is saying, I'm going to express it like this in a Taurus way, in a steady way. Yes, food. Yes, food. In a calm and understanding kind of way, in a steadfast, down to earth kind of way. That's when the moon in Taurus hooks up with the sun in Cancer. What I put here, a sensual feeling in a very tender and rooted kind of way. Yes. On Wednesday, now this is the switch up this week. On Wednesday, the moon is going to conjunct with Uranus. And on Friday, the sun is going to sextile Uranus. This is the switch up. This is the week for the switch up. Get ready for some new surprises. Now, we're going to activate those surprises on Wednesday when it comes in the guise of an emotion. So possibly, maybe, again, the moon, emotions, reactions is hitting Uranus, right? Are you ready for the change? Are you ready? And I mean emotionally ready. Maybe on Wednesday you'll wake up in an epiphany. You know what? I'm over this shit. Like, let's do what we gotta do. You know what? I'm done. Like, you know what? I need this feeling. I need this propulsion. I need this feeling of not anger, but energy. On Wednesday, you may feel like, you know what? I need to rest. Just the opposite. I need to slow down. An epiphany, a reaction of some sort will hit the need in which will hit a need in you to change up so you can slow down, or I should say, so you can get exactly what the changes are coming in. So if you need to speed up, the change will come. I need to speed up. If you need to slow down, the change will feel. I need to slow down. If you need to go take care of your body, remember, it's all about the feeling. On Wednesday, the feeling will set you up for the actual surprise that's coming on Friday. Or maybe it'll come right after that, because, empathic people, even though this situation is happening on Wednesday and then the sun is in sextile to Uranus on Friday, you can both feel that thing on Thursday. You can feel like, I need to do something, and then all of a sudden, boom, here comes the surprise. Get ready for something new and improved to show up again this week. We've been getting all kinds of new and improved hits, all kind of blessings coming down the pipe, and then telling us to wait, then telling us to slow down, and then telling us to retro, and then telling us, oh, that's not for you, that's for somebody else. But it's all in the process of the change. It's all in the process of the change, okay? And then the surprises, again, this week come out of nowhere for you to go, okay, we ain't forget about you. I remember when you filled out this application 4 months ago, boom, you still want that job. I remember when you asked for a couple $1,000s, boom, I got a little extra coins. You still want that? Here it comes out of the blue to assist you. Again, emotionally getting ready for that when the moon hits it on Wednesday, and then getting ready for the actual surprise when the sun hits it on Friday. But on Wednesday, remember that the ego finds its way in there. As the moon is squaring Venus on Wednesday, ego desires an expected outcome, but the reaction calls for you to be cool. So you may think you're going to get something different. But here comes the surprises. But don't blow it up before the surprises come. Here's the thing. The moon will square Venus on Wednesday. The moon being a reaction, Venus being the desire. You may say to yourself, I desire, I deserve, I want something X, Y, and Z. And then the moon says, I'm going to react in a different way. Like Taurus, I'm going to be stubborn. I'm not going to do for you because I expect X, Y, and Z. So I'm going to be stubborn. Before the surprise even comes, don't do that to yourself. Watch out for your stubborn reactions on Wednesday because you don't get what you expect. Remember, surprises are coming down the pipe. You may not know. You don't know. You don't know what God has in store for you. I'm just saying, before you get all in your brat pack, and before you get all huffing and puffing, this is when the moon in Taurus acts conversely. It starts to brood. It gets all bratty. It doesn't want to reveal information. It doesn't want to help. You understand what I'm saying? Because it wants what it wants. You did? Don't do that to yourself because the surprises are coming. And Uranus is in Taurus. Moon in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus. So it's going to come based on the surprises. Oh, I just wanted to go crazy because it just hit me like boom. The surprises are going to come based on how you react. I'm just saying. Stick with that. You don't have to know the astrological breakdown to that. But stick with the fact that surprises are going to come based on how you react. So manage your emotions. Wednesday. Also, the moon sextiles Neptune, reverse. So stay above the clouds of the bullshit so you don't get lost that day. Neptune is doing its best, as is going reverse as well, to allow us to recollect any confusion, any escapism, our imagination. Ooh, squirrel, I've been creative like a motherfucker. Songs just dropping down from the ethers. I ain't gonna lie, just like bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm going to put that all on Neptune going retrograde for sure. Unopening and unearthing all types of creativity, all types of impulses for me to stay above, for us all to stay above. Neptune is reversed and it is emptying out all things that we don't need any longer. But on Wednesday, with the moon sextile in that Neptune, we'll see why. We'll cater to all these old songs, these old imagination, these old creative spaces, these old confusions, even and delusions that want to come up and plague us, that want to choke us. This is on Wednesday. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, so to speak. Don't fall for it. Shit will come up and say, oh, remember we was confused about that? Remember when they said this to us? Yeah, they did. But you know what? I'm not responding to that any longer. If they don't call me, if they don't step in my face, I'm not getting confused by not near nothing. You get what I'm saying? On Wednesday with that moon sextile and Neptune, it's like, don't get confused. Don't even respond in that way. Don't even respond to the delusion, and whatever's going around you is going to go around you and it's going to fade away. If something needs to come up to get some real answers, allow people to ask you the real questions. Don't get caught in the confusion of it all is the point. I hope that makes sense. That was a couple of different thoughts that came out at once. Okay, I'm looking for questions. Y'all don't have questions? Let me know, okay? Because I'm on a roll today. On Thursday, the moon goes into Gemini at 3:26 a.m. So in the middle of the night, we'll wake up on Thursday with a whole nother emotional vibration of Gemini, staying superficial, staying within information. Our brains will be all over the place, trying to get back to the social life instead of trying to execute plans as we wanted to this particular week. The beginning of this week on Thursday, it's like I got all these ideas, I'm all over the place. And do yourself a favor not to allow that to throw you off in your execution. Why? Because the moon in Gemini squares Mars in Virgo. This is where that Mars in Virgo possibly have its first little upset. Remember, Gemini does not like Virgo energy. So the moon in Gemini will respond like, what the hell? None of this is real. As Mars in Virgo is trying to execute things logically, one thing at a time. Let me be more specific. The Mars in Virgo wants us to, again, respond to that to-do list, the things that we got to get ready for, to prepare us to get ready. Always. Come on now, like jump on it. We getting ready to get ready. Let's go is the point. Stay right there, okay? As we are getting ready, though, the moon in Gemini says, well, get ready for this and do this and go over here, because moon in Gemini is splayed. It's all over the place. It's ideas, it's information, it's brain, it's reactions, is all over the place. We may get caught up on Thursday not being able to respond to what it is we can actually execute and have the capacity to execute. Right? Because Mars is in Virgo and likes to do things one thing at a time. Don't get caught up in your head. Just create that list and knock the list off as you get to it, instead of being hard on yourself if you haven't been able to do the 29 things that you wanted to do in an hour. It's impossible, cuz just be easy on you, okay? On Thursday, the moon in Gemini sextiles Mercury in Leo. So figure it out is today's motto. Figure it out. Figure anything out that comes your way. Any information that comes your way. I didn't say do it all in one day. Figure it out. Moon in Gemini hits Mercury in Leo. Mercury in Leo is like, yes, I have the will. I have the propulsion. I have the energy, the fire energy to figure it all out. And Gemini moon says, okay, I got the info. And if I don't have the info, let me go find it. Let me figure it out. Whatever questions that you need, problems that come up for Thursday, we will be at to honestly figure it out. Do I need to say that again? Figure it out. How does this affect someone with their Mars and Cancer? How does what affect what? To be truthful with you, Matrix, I do my best to try to stay away from individual reads. And especially since I've been talking, I don't necessarily know what you're talking about in regards to that question. So forgive me, I can't answer that right now, not unless you be specific, and then I answer it really, really quick, because I try to stay away from giving individual reads here. Not unless I do the sun, moon, and the rising type of situation. All right. On Thursday, the moon in Gemini squares Saturn. Only thing stopping you is your need to learn the lesson. Push through. Only thing that's stopping us, good afternoon, Tatiana. The only thing that's stopping us is the moon, I'm sorry, is our need to learn the lesson. So here's the deal. Saturn in Pisces going retrograde has us learn all these ethereal lessons, mainly and basically how to reconstruct our boundaries. Because remember, Saturn in Pisces is a weird kind of line. There is no line. There is no like hard working line that's drawn like a boundary, so to speak, because Pisces energy is mutable and it's free flowing, so to speak. So this Saturn in Pisces going retrograde for sure is bugging a lot of people out because we are literally on a daily basis reconstructing the line, the boundary, the restrictions every single day. It's a new line. How far can I go with this person, with this situation? I don't know. Means we that kind of feel. Pisces don't mind doing that. It's us having to adjust to that because oftentimes we want to be extreme. This society has taught us to be extreme. I don't like them. They said a such a thing on Monday, then I'm not gonna say shit to them for my whole life. Nothing like that in regards to that because they're going to respond the same way my whole life. You understand what I'm saying? Has us on some weird extreme motion. Saturn and Pisces is saying we can't deal with extremes because people are learning and changing and shifting and growing every single moment of the day. We're going to have to learn and grow and shift with them. If you don't get that on Thursday, that moon in Gemini will allow us to respond to people in a very unsavory way. And because it's in Gemini, possibly maybe it'll have us pop off on some Gemini witty talking shit type of shit. That's what Gemini energy does. It talks a lot of shit, especially when it doesn't understand something. So that moon in Gemini on Thursday says, I'm going to react from a space of not understanding why the fuck we got to put up all of these boundaries and shift every single day in the first place. Y'all get that? That's a big one I want y'all to get. That's a really big one because that's actually going on throughout this whole Saturn and Pisces reign. But because it's going retrograde right now, it's really uncovering a lot of shit that we have to alter. But on Thursday, please don't respond to that in an angry kind of fashion because you just might say some shit outside of your neck that you can't come back from. Geminis have that hard. And Gemini moon reaction has that hard. Thank y'all for the 25 likes. I appreciate that. And 41 people being in here. Y'all are so dope. If this resonates with you, please give me the likes. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing my job. Also, you can donate to my channel with the Venmo and the PayPal and Cash App in the description box. Book a reading, all of that type stuff. I just had to stop and do a commercial because I feel like I'm giving y'all a lot of info today and we're being serious. This week is an interesting kind of week. It's serious like that because, again, the vibrations are changing. We about to get what it is that we need to get. But at the same time, sticking and moving. At the same time, learning a lesson. At the same time, trying not to be so hard on ourselves. I can't say that enough because you won't be the same person on Saturday that you was on Monday. Trust me when I tell you. And you're learning your lessons rapidly. Right? Okay. I'm glad, Tatiana. Thank you for that. Um, oh, thank you, Monica. I appreciate you. And thank you for telling Matrix that. um, okay. So again, that's Thursday. Watch your tone. That's probably his whole week. Watch your tone and your responses. On Friday, that moon stays in Gemini. Here's a surprise day. Here's the surprise day because the sun will sextile Uranus. Okay. Remember, we emotionally got ready for the surprise on Wednesday, recognizing I need to change. I need to feel. I need to do. I need to play. I need to say. I need to dress this way. That's on Wednesday. And then by Friday or before then, around about that day, here comes the actual surprise. Here comes the core of the surprise. Here comes the thing that you emotionally getting ready for. On Friday, though, a Mercury will sextile, because Mercury slid into Gemini, it's going to sextile No, Sonia, that's not right. Because Mercury slid into Leo, it's going to irritate Saturn and Pisces going retrograde. So questioning your recent lessons and or your boundaries, nothing is wrong with getting too much clarity. Okay, so the point of the matter is, again, we're going to be questioning these altering and moving boundaries with Saturn and our fears and our lessons, right? You may get irritated by that on Friday. The fact that you got to continuously think over and over and over. What's the boundary for now? How should I deal with a person? How should I deal with a situation? You don't want it to catch you off guard. So you may get a little frustrated on that day. Your ego may get a little blown out of proportion because remember, Mercury, Leo, big ass ego. Didn't I tell you already what I wanted? Why are you asking me again? Didn't I? Didn't I say? Didn't I write? Didn't I email? That's Mercury, Leo all day and night. Give people a chance, man. Just give people a chance and give yourself a chance for learning the lessons still. If you can give yourself a chance, you can give other people a chance, okay? Forgive you and then forgive them. On Saturday, I'm moving through this shit. Moving through because I do want to spend time to read at least two people, and then we can do our card here. Anybody have any questions real quick before I move on? Saturday, the moon goes into Cancer at 1:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yep, here comes the feels back. Here comes the feels. The moon will be in Cancer. Is going to sextile. Nope, the moon will be in Gemini. It'll sextile Venus and Leo before it goes into Cancer, right? So moon in Gemini, sextile and Venus and Leo. Find the words to carry as a mantra of courage and surge. That's a good way of putting it, Sonia. So when we wake up on Saturday, find the things, find the words, find the information, find the mantra that gets you through the day, that allows you to stay on your track. Oh, I think Mystic put it. That allows you to stay on your track. Whew, that stinks, Mystic. Find the words to carry and to keep you again encouraged. That keeps you moving forward, that keeps you recognizing how dope you are. Boom. On Saturday, the moon squares up against Neptune. Don't get too confused. It's only a temporary situation today that's going to rob you of your clarity. Just know what you want. That's what your mantra, and stay focused on that. Even if you can't see the plan, just stay focused on it because Neptune wants to cloud you that day. Know that somebody is guiding you. Okay. On Saturday, a couple of more in irritations. The moon will quincunx Pluto going retrograde. Am I shifting into my power? Is the point that I put here. You want to question how you shifting into your power that day. Again, confusion. Don't let it. Just say your prayers, stick with a mantra on Saturday, and keep moving, knowing your worth. Saturday is a really, really weird and cloudy and indecisive type of day. On Saturday, Venus actually will quincunx Neptune go in reverse. Here we go. Because of some typical pleasures are failing. So could your patience be feeling disrespected? Yeah, so you're going to be challenged with your patience on Saturday. You feeling like your value is disrespected again. So your patience will be tested. You feel like your value and your money is disrespected on Saturday. So you're feeling a little cloudy. You don't know what the answers are. I don't know what to say. Don't say too much or nothing because your reactions may spawn you to turn down an opportunity or something. Saturday is weird. Saturday is weird. It's a lot of questions in the air. Find a way to just stay. I don't want to say stay busy. I'm going to say stay out of the way. Not necessarily stay in the house, but to just smile and keep on moving. Because at the end of the day, with the moon sextile and Mars, here you go. Have careful consideration on your movements. It's just about getting through the day in a earth sign, water sign kind of way. Again, it's like keeping the visual of water going down the mountain, finding the stream. That's us all on Wednesday. Otherwise, if we think too much, if we get caught into other people's delusions and confusions, if we question value way too much in which we're ready to fight. You understand what I'm saying? If we can't find our imagination, if we get caught up in our escapisms on Saturday, it could confuse us and it can allow us to respond in frustrations. Don't allow it to do it on Saturday, please. Just stick and move, stick and move. Go to the beach, plant some shit, make something to eat, talk to people nice and easy. Figure out what it is folks need. Be of service with that Mars in Virgo. Be of service. Take your mind off of you so you don't get caught in a web of confusion on Saturday. Okay. Ooh, come back and listen to this, please, because that's a day that I need y'all to pay attention to. On Sunday, ooh, I like that. This is a good day. Sunday, all of that confusion kind of goes away, so to speak, and we open up to the moon being sextiled by Jupiter. Come on now, that's good feelings. And the moon being trined by Saturn going reverse, considering emotional benefits that are working for on our behalf. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning we got the lesson. We got the lesson because, again, Saturn is in Pisces. That moon will be in Cancer. That's a trine. We got the lesson. Saturn being in Pisces, Saturn being the lesson. So it hooked up with Jupiter being in Taurus. So here comes the blessing. Here comes the opportunities. Here comes the education. Here comes the new spiritual shift. This is all Jupiter. Sunday is a good day. If we can hold on to getting through the network of misunderstandings and confusion this weekend. This week, by the way, not necessarily knowing what our value is based on what people say and ourselves trying to take us off of our square. Here's a download. They are at work. And I said that to y'all. We've been talking about this for a minute. I've been saying it, but I don't know what y'all are saying, obviously. But I do know the infamous they, those negative spaces and places are at work. And the universe knows this because of the shift that's happening. Because as we shift and we move and we alter and we create new light and we dispel the darkness and we remember some of the darkness is necessary for us to grow. So we grab one or two things and hold it into our light places to create the shadow, to be reminded of how we should grow, to bring in more light, to take care of that shadow, to move on. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the story of our lives, that we are picking apart bits and pieces of the things that we need and don't need. And it's driving a lot of people bananas. Maybe not emotional, but in a space in which we don't feel decisive enough. Don't I know myself? Don't I know what I need? Yes, you do know, but you're changing too. You understand what I'm saying? You do know what made you smile last week, but that may not make you smile in the same color, and it's okay. The longer you spend time on judging yourself, especially with Mars being in Virgo, and criticizing your movements, the more far back you're going to be from moving forward and excelling and evolving. This is how crazy I feel. I'm not even going to lie. I'm gonna stay with my comments, but there's so many downloads that are coming through for y'all and for everybody. Pay attention to honestly what's being told to you in your dream time, what your ancestors are telling you, because human beings, even though we are connected and we're doing the very best that we do, the very best we can do, and we do love you, we are even given ill insight in our love. Again, because we are all shifting and changing. People are getting caught up in the whole bob web, the whole fucking spider web, and of not necessarily knowing how to. I'm trying to find my words, y'all, because it's deeper than how I'm explaining, and it's frustrating me right now that I can't be as poetic as I would like to be, because I can see the highway. Like, we are existing on a highway right now, and many people want to know instructions. There aren't any instructions. Our path is being laid out as we speak. That's why it's very confusing and sort of like weird to even give a broadcast at times. right? Because we are all moving and shifting, and our road is being laid out based on the choices that we make in any given moment in time. You're going to have to be your own goddamn, like, honestly, we are all being called to be our own, not only cheerleader, but administrator. And we have to leave our emotions out as we are administrating our movements. It has nothing to do with emotions any longer. It has everything to do with what are you willing to do and change at this time. Be real about your capacity. I hope this makes sense. I really, really do. Okay, so if you want me to do a read real quick, please put up your sun, your moon, and your rising. I'll pick two people, and then I'm gonna pull out this card. If you have any questions, please ask. Again, sometimes this feed can be a little lagging, and I don't necessarily know where y'all at based on what I'm talking about. I get all the questions mixed up, Matrix, because I don't know what did you ask that question 10 minutes ago. It's so weird. I can't stand this thing sometimes, but just make sure you can feel me, Tatiana. What you feeling? What you feeling, girl? I appreciate that, Cicely. Please give a girl some thumbs up. I appreciate that. And please donate to my channel if you can by my Venmo, my Cash App, or my PayPal in the description box below. All the people that are going to Costa Rica, please get on my website and check out the discussion board. There are some important messages that are on there. I'm not going to say that too much here because I don't like mixing up business. So I want y'all to make sure that y'all on your shit because we got to get to Costa Rica, y'all. We got to get there. Do I have a mole coming up here? Oh, so glad, Monica. It makes sense. And thank you because, honey, these changes aren't easy. But I'm not giving up. We cannot give up. We cannot give up. And thank you for saying that because a lot of people, depending on how you feel and the day that it catches you, you may want to give up every other day. But there's no reason to give up in this moment in time. Truly. I mean, you may be tired, you may be exhausted, you may be emotionally beat up, but you do know you are going somewhere. And it's not for just Monica, this is for everybody. We are moving forward. We really, really are. It just don't look like it sometimes. It looks just like a cloud of motherfucking dust balls. Miss Reese 63, Sun in Gemini, Moon in Scorpio, and Capricorn rising. I think we've read you before, but that Sun in Gemini makes you the talkative. All my Gemini friends talk. And I love it because sometimes I just do like to listen. I have Mercury in Cancer, so I'm a very good listener. So you are a very good talker, but your Moon in Scorpio can shut it down sometimes because your Moon in Scorpio don't like telling way too much information. Moon in Scorpio is very, very, very I don't want to say mysterious because Scorpio energy always gets mystery applied to its sign, but it's only mysterious and not necessarily given information, especially from the moon perspective, the emotional perspective, because you don't want to hurt nobody and you don't want nobody to be hurt by you, Gemini lady, Miss Reese 63. So a lot of times you withhold information so you're not hurting people. You withhold emotional information again, so you're not being hurt. You just have to oftentimes consult with the Gemini in you because the Gemini could be so loquacious and so willing to give information that sometimes you don't know if you're hurting somebody's feelings. Sometimes you don't know if that information is just coming off of you real quick. And then people come back and be like, well, you told me X, Y, and Z. And this is what we're going to do. And your Moon in Scorpio was like, I ain't telling you no such a thing. Now you responded like, who told you that? You got to remember what you say to people. Miss Reese, I hope that makes sense to you. Yes, you're rising in Capricorn, though. Rising Capricorn people are funny to me because they always approach any and every situation looking like they got all their shit together. Because most of the time you do. Most of the time you do. You like to be on your shit. But even if your shit ain't on, you approach the world and you approach the room in a meeting or anybody with the fact that My shit is together. I got this. I'm all right. And if I don't, I'm gonna figure it out in my alone time so I don't look crazy. I think I said this once too before, Miss Reed 63, and I'm about to read somebody else real quick. The Capricorn rising is always looking for projects. I don't know if you're still in here because you haven't commented, but your Capricorn rising always looks for projects. People are projects, situations are projects to take care of and receive information to make better for other people. You may say, well, that's just a good heart in me. Yeah, it is a good heart. But also because you have a moon in Scorpio and because you have that Capricorn rising, it can fall into borderline control sometimes. Sometimes you pick a project so you can control a person or control a situation. So you can be the one, dare I say it, that can pat yourself on the back and say, I'm responsible for that, and be given the accolades. Not to say that you're like a Leo type and want all the sunshine on you, but you do want people to know, I did that shit. I'm the leader of the new school, so to speak, and I did that thing. So just watch yourself, because the more projects you turn on, or I should say, you take on, that's your ego trying to make you to be the best person that you can be for other people. And then when you can't, you get caught in this trick bag, because you know what I mean. And now you want to look like you got everything together, but you probably don't. Some things you just can't do. That's all. Some things you just can't control. I'm just saying. Oh, you here? Oh, I love you too. No problem with that, Miss Reed 63. I'm working on lots of projects and I don't finish them, I'm sure. Well, that's when your delegation needs to come into play, and trust that somebody else can take care of it. That's part of your challenge too, right? Your moon in Scorpio don't trust nobody, and your Capricorn rising doesn't want anybody to take care of it, because you can't do it. You can't do it, or I should say people can't do it as well as you can. At least that's what you think. You're gonna have to delegate, my love, so you can get these projects off the ground and you can make that money that you want. I'm just saying, trust somebody. All right. Any other question? Oh, I'm good, Tatiana. I'm feeling real good. Just tired. I'm good. I'm so good. But thank you for reaching out. I appreciate that, and the protection. Yes, you did miss what I did for my born day, Tamara. Just had some people over. We hung out. It was fun. I went into slight detail at the beginning of the video. You could check it out later. Okay, I don't see nobody else's sun, moon, and rise, so I'm gonna take it as an indication that nobody else wants to be up, but you can put it up on Friday when I come back with the Freestyle Fridays. I'm gonna give y'all a nice Freestyle Friday too, since I missed last week, and read a couple of people. You dig? Maybe we could just make it a Freestyle Friday reading day. So let your folks know that I'm going to do sun, moon, and rise readings, short readings, on Friday. Okay, I try to do it every day. Well, Monday and Friday when I come on here, but we'll see how that works out those other days. But on Friday, I definitely will assist you. Any questions? Okay, I'm kind of lingering. I'm lingering. Okay, here's the card for the day, and then we're gone. Oh, it's an hour and 2 minutes. Look, it's about that time anyway. Thank you, True Empress, right? It was a beautiful, beautiful day. Nice and easy. Love you too, sweetie. All right, here we go. Great, Mother, Father, God. Thank you. All right, I think we had this before. Slow down, slow down. Slow down. I love this card because it does have to do with the obvious of slowing down, but it's a little bit more than that. I want y'all to see if y'all can place in the comments what else you feel about this slowing down card. That's our card and our focus for the week. Share it among yourselves. The Knight of Rainbows is a reminder that just like this tortoise, we carry our home with us wherever we go. There is no need to hurry, no need to seek shelter elsewhere. Even as we move into the depths of the emotional waters, we can remain self contained and free from attachments. It is a time when we are ready to let go of any expectations. There you go. You have had about yourselves or other people, and to take responsibility for any illusions. Remember that Neptune shit you might have been carrying. There is no need to do anything but rest in the fullness of who you are right now. If desires and hopes and dreams are fading away, so much the better. Their disappearance is making space for a new quality of stillness and acceptance of what is. And you are able to welcome this development in a way that you have never been able to before. So savor the quality of slowing down, of coming to rest, and recognizing that you are already at home. Amen. Ashe, amen. I hope that hits one or two or three or four or five of y'all in a way in which you can benefit from it. Again, slowing down is a physical slowing down, but it's absolutely slowing down again those expectations with these Leo planets going crazy and being squared up this week. Remember, we go back to what those Leo planets are being squared. It's actually, challenging our expectation because we have built ourselves up to a space in which, God damn it, I deserve X, Y, and Z. I know what I want, but not everybody is able to give you that, especially those that are in the lifestyle and in the space in which you are opting out of. If y'all can hear the thoughts going through my mind, that's a real motherfucking download. I know I said this before, but how many people are looking for the same group of people to give them what it is that they need, knowing damn well they haven't been able to give it to them in the last 5 years, 2 years, 20 years? Why are you expecting? Why are you expecting that they give it to you? When I taught this card is like, slow down and recognize. Yo, don't have these expectations from these motherfuckers that you don't even want to be around in the first place, but you're going to beg them to push. You're going to beg them to give you what you need when they're incapable. Accept them for who they are. Accept yourself for who you are. Accept them. They just can't do it. I don't care how many times you told them. They either can't or they won't. And in the latter part, don't get your feelings hurt just because they won't. Who cares if they won't? They have obligations to do whatever the fuck they want to do. They don't have to service you and your expectations. So that means go around it. Recognize you are already at home. You already have your house on your back. You are your own safety. You don't need expectations being met by anybody else. You are your own safe space. That's what that card means. Slow down and recognize that, because when we move too fast and we're trying to execute too many projects and too many things at one time, we get caught up in the fact that people are supposed to respond based on what we're doing, because we're creating the catalyst and the momentum. And this is how you should wait, huh? What? Do you know how small this universe is? Do you know how small you are in this universe? Slow down. I'm just saying. Didn't know that download was going to hit real quick, but it's very, very telling, and it's necessary. It's really, really necessary. We're doing too much sometimes, especially when our ego is like, but I want, and then, and y'all should be, why should I? Why should I? I can only do what I can do. You can only do what you can do. I ain't gonna be mad at you for that. You already know what I need and what I want. And if you don't, and if you haven't been paying attention, then fuck it. If you haven't been paying attention, being my friend all this time, being my daughter, being my son, being my sister, if you haven't been paying attention all of this time, then it's either, again, you can't do it or you don't want to. I know I'm rambling, y'all, but this is necessary. People that have to get it. Slow down and recognize that you got to get this. It's not a personal attack towards you. They're either gonna do it or they're not. And I personally, for one, This is personal. I'm tired of waiting for motherfuckers. I'm tired of waiting. I'm trying to sitting around thinking if they can do it or not. I'm tired of expecting. I'm tired of listening to what people say versus what they do. Personally, I'm over it. So if it looks like I'm uninterested, it's probably because you got to show up. This is my life. And maybe y'all can see this in your own lives. If I look like I'm uninterested and unbothered, is because I'm over trying to put it out there like, this is what I got, what you got. This is the kind of friend I am. What kind of friend are you? This kind of sister I am. What kind of... Sometimes when we have those expectations, like myself, and I am speaking for myself, I got a lot of Leo in me, I told you, we go above and beyond trying to compensate and share with people what they should do based on what we know we can do. That's unfair, Sonja. And I'm sharing that with all of y'all. It's unfair for me to do that, and it's unfair for you to do that. I'm just saying, that's this week. Slow down. Recognize what you're doing, recognize what they're doing, recognize what's already been done. You dig? And take it from there. Again, the future is being unrolled in this moment. We have no idea what's happening next. Trust and believe above and beyond your plans. All right? I hope that makes sense to y'all. And thank y'all for responding. Rabbi Rob said, get out of my head. Sometimes these Monday joints, like I said before, are a little consumed with the information and I don't necessarily get the downloads out. And then sometimes I try to combine the two. Today, I just stuck with the information and I didn't get into the downloads as much. But that was a big one because that slowing down card prompt some shit. It can save a lot of hurt feelings, man. It really, really can. It really, really can. Okay, I got so much more I want to say, but I'm not. I love y'all. I love y'all. Be good to yourself. Be good to yourself. Bob and weave, okay? Much love. You're most welcome, RJ. I love you, honey. You're very, very welcome, Monica. Take care of yourself. Much love.